Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Shepherd's Journal. It took me some time, but now I'm free to do another Shepherd's Journal. So the long-awaited part 2 of animal culture. I will discuss several points. I will start with the senses, how an animal can discriminate their forage with their senses. So the sight, the smell, and the taste. Sight is very you can really see it, because when you have only brown forage, but then there's a patch of green anywhere, you can be sure that your animals, but I know with the sheep, they will run to the green patch straight, so they can really good distinguish between the colors brown and green. Well, smell. Last year I've heard it in a field where they just applied manure, and the sheep just smelled the grass, but they wouldn't eat it. So it was too fresh, the manure on the grass. Same with cows. You probably can observe in a cow, when a cow pooped in the paddock, and then around the cow dung there will be the grass. The grass won't be eaten, because the animals just don't like to eat where they poop and piss. So yeah, and well, it's a bit the same with taste. I would say that the first as well, and they have animals have preferences. I know that when the sheep, they really love this small tender regrowth of green. I will think that for them it must be very sweet, so I guess they like the sweet stuff more than the grasses that are a bit far more fibrous. But yeah. So what's also an important thing to know is that when the animals are bunched, there's a lot more group pressure than when the animals are all scattered around the place. So they will still select, but they will select with less intense. So they eat the field off more evenly. Every plant gets bitten, not only the ones that they really like. So the selection goes a bit down, but everyone gets still, because you move them frequently, bunched but frequently, everyone still gets what they need in diversity. But because they're bunched, the grazing pressure will be much more even. And it's like when you imagine you have a big buffet and 100 people, and these 100 people, they are all the buffet is like, it's very, very big, and the 100 people have everything that they need to on this buffet and what they want. So they go into the buffet, they select what they want, and then the next day you will give them the same buffet that they had the day before, you know. So the food gets a bit less fresh. So they still eat what they really like, but the things that they don't really like, they're even less fresh. So they really won't touch it anymore. And this is the same, you won't really eat it then anymore, it will just go bad. But when you give them only a part of the buffet, those people, they will eat what they like, but then they will as well eat what they don't really like. And then they will get the next day another part of that buffet that will be fresh. And it's the same. So they will eat a bit of everything. So much more even kind of grazing pressure, what's very good for the plants and for the animals as well. Another point is how they select when the grass is high. So when the grass is grown high and it has the seeds popped out, they will especially eat the seed heads, because they're pumped with sugars. So the tip of the plant is full of sugars and the bottom is more proteinous. So if they want to eat more the sugar content, they will pick up the sugar, or if not, they will more eat on the ground. I prepared a little video that I will show you now, and you can really observe how they pick the tip of the plants and they eat up the grains. The grains. And not to forget the individual needs of a sheep or of an animal. Every animal has a different metabolism a bit and needs a different kind of energies or protein ratio or different minerals or whatever. So just like us, they're all different, even if they look the same. Maybe for them we look the same as well. But they all have different needs. So it's not a fixed, you can't, it's not that preferable to give them a fixed ratio of protein to sugar or the fixed mineral ratio. It's better to let them select what their individual needs are. This is a very important point for me. So when you're out grazing, it's easier because they will select it for themselves, even if as well, especially when you have a good diversity. But when they're in confinement and you give them a fixed protein to sugar ratio and a fixed mineral content or something, then just some individuals don't get what they really need, so they lack in performance. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As you can see, I'm in the mountain right now. That's why I didn't do the Shepherd's Journal, because I had a lot of work to do. But I will continue. And yeah, see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.